high tutor, but while you mentally are going down, the test is getting harder. The test gets harder. You get less time per section, you get more questions, and the questions are fuller and they're thicker, okay? So let's keep going, all right? Ready? This on page 403, this is basically what I'm talking about, passage, question on one side. You better watch out on page 403, page 405. I need you to do something very important. You see how section 5, you start the section, we're in the College Board book. You see section 5, it says 25 minutes, 24 questions. Don't be stupid. Don't be stupid, okay? Don't only do 16. Don't forget that there's supposed to be 25 questions in the passage. I've had several cases during practice lessons where I'm tutoring and I say do the section and I leave you, I give you 25 minutes to do the section, and I have a kid twiddling his thumbs. It's always a boy. But twiddling his thumbs, okay? Sorry, twiddling his thumbs. What happens? He goes all the way up to 18, and for some reason, this is usually on the next page, and no idea that there are 25, 24 questions, okay? Don't do that. I've also noticed many, many times that the second passage is easier. So they purposely make this prior one harder so that you don't get to the second one. But that won't happen, so you're going to do strategies with me, and when you do strategies with me, you'll have plenty of time to finish everything. This is very interesting, okay? Section 6, you're really tired. It's like you've already been doing this for like 2.5, 3 hours. And guess what? They don't even freaking give you like choices A through E to choose from anymore. All you have to do now is what? You have to actually fill in the answer. And if you don't fill it in, you can't even like guess. You know, sometimes you're tired, you just want to like guess. They're not giving you that luxury. They actually want you to fill in your answers to get the points, okay? So don't screw this one up. Be well prepared for what's going to happen. And you're going to want to cry at this point. You're like, I don't want to be here. I don't want to do this. You need to fight that, okay? You need to fight it. This exam, you need very good mental preparation for this test. If you start the test, and I had someone like this, I had someone from Forest Hills High School this, every time she started the section, she'd go like this, oh, I don't want to do this. Oh, this sucks, right? And guess what? I told her, you're not going to do well. You're not going to do well. And she didn't. Because you can't have that kind of attitude when you're testing. You need to be positive. You need to be like, I'm going to kill it. I'm going to kill it. Okay? You know who did really well? I had a 12-year-old girl. I tutored a 12-year-old girl. She got into Johns Hopkins Scholarship, Talent Search. And I taught her so that every single time she starts a section, she would like clench onto her. She was, I'm going to kill it. I'm going to kill it. And she did. It was awesome. My 12-year-old is like, I'm going to kill it. I'm going to do positive. And the older one is like, right? And very, very important. Brain power. Okay? I'm going to section 7. Section 7, you're at your worst. And you also, this is so interesting with section 7. What is going on, David, in section 7? Look at page 413. How many questions are in this section versus how many minutes? Bonds with the page. How many questions versus how many minutes?
35 to 25.
30. I mean, you don't have to be like a mathematician to figure out. They're not even giving you a minute. They're not even giving you a minute to answer this stuff, okay? Because they know you're low. They know that you're low when you're doing this stuff. You understand? Okay?
How many sections?
10 long sections. Got it? Section 7 is hard, and you're tired, and your eyes, because you've been testing for so long, they're kind of like blurry and they sting. And you know what? That's the perfect time, page 413, that's the perfect time to give you sentences where every single sentence looks like every other sentence. Because they know.
Because they hate you.
Yeah, of course. You know how to piss someone off. My parents always know exactly what to say to drive me crazy because they know me really well, right? Your parents know. They know what to say that's going to piss you off. And the SAT board, they know that after 2.5 to 3 hours, the last thing you want to do is try to figure out what is going on here. And by the way, choice A, all the A's are exactly what you're reading above it, and like everything is different by like a word or two or like a semicolon or two, and just like everything looks like everything else. 7 is rough, okay? This, I hope, gets much better. Then, oh my goodness, question 30, section 7, page 417. Oh my God, is this annoying? What do you have to do? What's the instruction? What does it tell you to do here? What does it tell you to do here, David?
In context. Which one?
What are the instructions? The following passage?
Oh, the following passage is an early draft of an essay. Some pairs of the passage need to be rewritten.
So this is, hypothetically, another student, perhaps your age. You hope he dies a painful death. And he wrote a bad essay. And you have to correct his bad essay. That's the job they're giving you as you're doing the questions here. And notice, by the way, I want you to know there's no short supply of paper. How come the passage is starting here and all the questions are on the other side? Because they want you to swish back and forth, right? And they know it's going to work really well, right? Correct?
So it's good to do it.
Yes, it's fold. back and forth, okay? But you'll go over those strategies more later, okay? Then you're going to section 8.
Ugh.
This exam is so cruel. There are 10 sections. Did you know that they only grade 9? They don't even grade all 10 of them. You're a guinea pig that day. Did you know that? There's one, it's called an experimental section. This happens in law school exams. This happens in the bar. This happens in whenever you take a standardized test, they want to see under real testing conditions how you respond. So they give you these sample sections, okay?
Wait, so is it,
Do you see? The reason is because if you go back to page 400, what do you notice about 400? What section is 400?
3,
What section is 401?
5.
4 was the test. It was the guinea pig section. They're probably going to use that for a real exam a year or two from now. It's a guinea pig section. Isn't that horrible? Every single time you test, they give you a sample. Don't try to guess it. Don't try to figure it out. There are ways you could figure it out, but don't even bother.
Well, what if
Don't
you
take your
extremely
chance.
well in that section and they don't even grade that?
That sucks. Doesn't it suck?
God.
And you know when the experimental comes, it comes section 4. You're high. You're not that low yet. You're not at the down point yet, right?
Yes.
Let's keep going. They give you this also, by the way, look at page 407, section 6. They give you this little box of stuff. You don't have time during the test to go back and forth. You need to memorize this stuff. Don't rely on these little charts, okay? If you don't know area of a circle, like if you don't know basic triangle rules, you shouldn't take the test. Don't take the test until you know every single thing. This is the bare minimum of what you should know, okay? Don't rely on this stuff. Don't rely on your calculator. Do you know they design questions in such a way so that your calculator is going to screw up? Your calculator won't be able to handle the PEMDAS functions. Don't rely on stuff. Rely on what you can do to the best of your abilities, okay? As I was saying, let's keep going. Sometimes you don't have to. But it doesn't matter because it's not going to help you. It's not going to help you, especially like the way I teach you I need you to do a lot of stuff by hand. I need you to do a lot of stuff. The math you have to do. In order for you to finish every single math question, you have to go fast. Your tutor. Very bad. Because you need to learn to go very fast. You need to be able to handle math tutor. I've had so many cases. I wonder if it's the same tutor. I had several kids go to a different tutor, and they leave the other tutor to come to me, which I guess makes me a better tutor. I don't know. I'll take it. I respond very well to positivity because tutor has to teach you to go fast. You can't go fast, you're dead. You need to learn how to go fast. You can't answer 10 questions really, really, really well out of 25 because you're still going to get 15 wrong. You understand? So let's keep going, okay? Isn't it better to answer 25 and get 5 wrong? You're getting 20 right? Mm-hmm. So you're at section 7. You kind of get your little boost again at section 8 because it's like towards the end. You finally see the end. And then you're at section 9. You're never quite up there again because you're testing for so long. But section 9 is where you're low and you're tired. That's the perfect time to do what? What's the best time? Section 8, section 9? That's the best time to give you a double passage. Let's make you compare, because I know how much you hate doing 1. So let's give you 2 to compare, okay? And in this case happens at the end of 8. I've seen it more frequently in the 9s, okay? And we keep going and going and going, all right? It gets harder. This always happens for section 10. Always pay attention. Section 10, ready? What happens in section 10? You have 10 minutes. Mom, I'll be home in 10 minutes. What does that mean? What does that mean? I'll be home soon. Soon, right? No, it means I'll be home soon. I'll be home in 10 minutes. When are you coming over? 10 minutes. What does that mean? Soon, right? You think you have 10 minutes here. You think that you can do what? What can you do? You're going to be able to quickly finish and just get the hell out of here. No, no, no. And guess what happens? Most students, I read a newsletter. I'm going to do all these different listservs and stuff. And I read that statistically, 14 questions, 10 minutes, statistically, out of the 14 questions, the average SAT taker will get 7 questions wrong out of 14 right off the bat, just because you're so tired and you've done this for so long and you just you want to get out of here, right? So what happens here? 10 minutes, 14 questions, probably gonna get 7 right away, and then you're probably gonna get 2 or 3 wrong. So you're getting 5? You have a potential 140 points that you can score here. This is where